For part A, you're asked what the population will be after 9 hours. It says T is in hours and our P of T is in grams. So what you're doing is you're going to take your T value and make that 9. So your equation, what you're going to put in your calculator, looks like this. It is P of 9, to use our function notation exactly. And then what you put in your calculator is going to be 1,000 divided by 1 plus 32.33 e to the negative 0.439 times 9. And when you put that in your calculator, you should get 616.57, and it is grams. So that one's just, make sure you can plug it in your calculator right. I would definitely plug that in as a stacked fraction. Use that anytime you can. So that's part A. Part B is more challenging. Part B asks, when will the population be 700 grams? So 700 grams is going to be our P of T, and we're going to solve for T. So I'm going to add a new slide and write out our equation so you can pause and do the same. So here's our equation. We're set equal to 700. And now we want to get T all by itself. Remember, in order to throw a log at it, and in this case we would use ln, we need this by itself, the exponential. And the exponential in this case is e to the negative 0.439t. So we have kind of a lot of work to get this up in the numerator and then on one side of the equation by itself. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides of our equation by the denominator. So I'm not going to write all of that out because I don't have room, but we multiply both sides by that mess. Doing that cancels the denominator on the right side of our equation, and on the left side of our equation we end up with 700 times that stuff in parentheses, 1 plus 32.33 e to the negative 0.439 t equals 1,000. Now you've gotten rid of the fraction, and again we're solving for this, and then we're going to throw an ln at it. So the next thing we're going to do is divide both sides by 700. So we end up with 1 plus 32.33 e to the negative 0.439t equals 10/7. Okay, again, still solving for our exponential. So the next thing I'm going to do is subtract that 1. Solve, solve, solve. Unpack your equation. So we have 32.33 e to the negative 0.439t equals 10/7 minus 1. Remember, 1 is 7/7, so that gives us 3/7. And now we're going to divide both sides. Again, just solving equation. Solve for e to the 32.33 divide by 32.33. Lots of steps, none of them are difficult. All right, I'm going to add a slide. So I have e to the negative 0.439t equals, I went to 5 decimal places here, 0.01326. You can go to 4 decimal places, that's fine, or you can put in the exact 3/7 divided by 32.33. At this point, we can take the ln of both sides. We've done all of that work so that we can take the ln. And we're going to use ln because we have an e in our problem. Taking the ln lets us bring down that exponent so we can solve for our t. Remember, ln of v is 1. Anything times 1 is what you started with. So since ln of v is 1, we don't have to worry about that. We just need to divide both sides by negative 0.439. And so we end up with t equals, when we put that in our calculator, we get 9.8480. And time in this equation is in hours. So it takes us 9.848 hours to have 700 grams of our bacteria. All right, number 16 on your review is just like number 15, so go ahead and try that one. If you need to see my process, my solutions are posted on Canvas.